Well, good evening. Good night. It is 10:04 p.m. So, me ranting on one more time. As always, I hope you can hear me because it's kind of loud outside. So, yes, I posted some stuff and I honestly don't care. And I don't like that word. I don't like that word. I've always spoke to my mother about what I want to accomplish in life, what I want to be, who I am, and what I see myself being when I grow up. She's always said, Son, you can be whatever you want to be, but you'll never be president." Well, I want to be president. End of story. Another thing is that, my uncle Robert, I said again, I never knew I had an uncle Robert. Robert, if that's your real name. My entire family are full of imposters because they're real names that we all know, that if you know them, that's not their real names. West Indian people change their names consistently, all the time. Like I said before, my real name is Ganesh. Some people call me Ganesh, or Ganesh, or Ganesh, or Kanish. I don't even know what my real name is anymore. But that's what it says on my birth certificate. So, this is the thing. Uncle Robert does a lot. A lot. Uncle Robert does so much for so many people. Uncle Robert has not done much for me at all. Not that he has to. He doesn't have to do anything for me. I don't expect him to do anything for me because he has his fiance, girlfriend, and her family that he takes care of. That's perfectly fine. Uncle Robert is a chef. Mind you, this is the thing. He sends food home where I used to live with my grandmother, sends my Uncle Robert. I'm never going to stop saying the word Uncle Robert because that's not his real name. He'll send food over to his mother's house, which I had lived in, separately from the family because I was pushed away. So, this being said is that Uncle Robert left food for me with his mother. Grandma Dottie. Did Grandma Dottie ever gave me food at that time? No. She didn't give me food. And a few times, which was twice, Grandma Dottie went and told, Uncle Ravi asked Grandma, "Mom, where's the food that Ricky, I gave to you to give Ricky?" So she says, "Oh, I gave it to Elizabeth, my evil cousin, and her evil husband." Okay, well, it's not like they need it. I don't want no one to feel sorry for me, but whatever. I am going through a health issue and a health problem, but my Uncle Robert doesn't know much about my entire life or doesn't even know anything about my health problems. But thankfully, I just know to myself, and I just know that he sent food for me. I never received it. Thank you, Uncle Robert. I didn't receive the food that you sent for me. Now, Uncle Robert, like I was saying, he does a lot for certain individuals. Now, I've been having all these can't even speak. I have been having these interesting, can't even say the word, interesting dreams about certain individuals as my mother, even my neighbor, my cousin, my grandma, holding me back in life. And there's this other male person that I don't know who it is. Like I said again, I have an Uncle Robert. I don't even know that I have an Uncle Robert because that's not who I know him as. So this male figure for the couple past years has been a blur in my dream. A couple days ago or last week, I don't even know what today is. This person, I saw this person's face, and this person says, "Oh, I think he's ready." And this person was sitting right next to my mother, and my mother was like, and I'm like, I am sick and tired of the mental abuse. I'm a socialite. You need me, Uncle Robert. You can help me, I can help you, whatever the case may be. So it was interesting that I had this dream because I keep on having these horrible, horrible nightmares of individual persons, as in my family members, really upset at me, taunting me. But again, like I was saying once before, I was posting prosperic stuff all over. but it is our Father up in the heavens or wherever He is. God can be one of us and be right here on the pave that we walk every day. I've been having these visions and these dreams, these premonitions, or whatever you want to call it. And then it's deja vu, like, whoa, this just happened. I spoke to my mother about opportunities that I dreamt, and I don't remember 100% specifically what I spoke to her about. But I did tell her that, why did I have these dreams of you holding me back in life? So she goes to me, oh, I scared them. So apparently I scared a few individuals. Well, one, you should be scared because I don't put up with bullshit. And I have a gift. And my gift is I can see right through people. Not that you are a piece of glass, but I can see when you're lying, when you want something. Again, business is business. Don't mix business with pleasure. And if you want something from me in a business standpoint, you will write a contract and you will get it notarized. Or we can have a lawyer, or we can show everyone who's watching in the entire world the business contract that I will receive and that I will sign possibly to help humanity. Because that's the dream that I keep having, that my mother and certain other individuals are holding me back from helping humanity. I feel very strongly about this because I care about the planet and I care about the welfare of other people. I don't know why, because I really don't like people. Oh my goodness, like I can't stand most people. And the doctor told me that I was allergic to dust. So aren't we all made of dust? Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I mean, Lord Ganesh was made out of mud. It's almost the same concept, you know, just particles of fragments of the world and what was giving. And just to let you know, this is rum and I threw a little bit of water in it because my grandfather taught me how to mix it with water. Thank you, Grandpa. So my thing is that I'm tired of having to lose sleep, and I'm tired of having to talk to individuals about certain things. And I'm tired of Uncle Robert. I don't like your little comments that you say to me, Uncle Robert, underneath your breath. If you can't speak, trust and believe, Uncle Robert. I can speak for both of us. I can speak for 20 million people plus. I can speak. So I don't understand why I am dreaming of individuals holding me back on opportunities, especially opportunities that I actually have been doing. And the one thing is that I do not need to take a camera. And while it's just weird to me that someone will have to donate money or give money to a homeless person or help a person in need or do something good for another person. Do I have to tape that? No, absolutely not. I'm not going to tape that I did this. I did a good deed for a person with no reward back. Or even if I got a reward, I don't need to tape it. I don't want to. I'm doing something. To tape it is an extra task, and I don't need to get recognition from anyone from that matter, but that myself and that person and God, who is a third person involved in that matter. So me posting my stuff helps me personally, and I hope it helps others, because when you cannot communicate with each other, you will cause chaos. And I've said it in one of my last videos. When will suffering end? Suffering will end if we all own up to our baloney, we all are honest, and we all are truthful. Stop stretching lies and stop stretching the truth, and own up to your bullshit. And fix what is broken. Crazy glue is there to fix what's broken. Or glue, whatever, there's tape. But your love and your care and your mind, your honesty and your pride to go up and ask for apologies. That's how you fix the world. And that's how we become a better world. And that's when suffering ends. When we all literally come together Because as you know it, you see it. If you watch social media and you watch the news, you see there is suffering all over the world from many people, from diseases, from what is it called, natural disasters and disasters. I just cannot get over the fact. Oh, and then I had this other dream. My mother says, "Oh, Rick, I'm waiting for you to get older. Why are you coming to my dream and speaking to me in that sense? And why are you telling me you're waiting for me to get older, mother? I'm the things that you've been holding me back from. I have been doing. So I don't know why you come to my dream and say that, if that's you or not you. But remember this, and I will leave off by saying this. My mother and I have not my mother and I did not have a relationship for many reasons. As so she's busy, and that's what I can just say. Everyone's busy. So she had me meet her spiritual healer friend. Didn't heal much, but caused more chaos. I asked him, what does he do? Pretty much he says, oh, people don't understand what I do. Okay. He doesn't say much. But I figured out a few little things. One, he was trying to manipulate me and tell me what my mother wanted me to know. Why can't my mother speak to me? I'm not religious. I'm not this. I'm spiritual by nature. I'm spiritual by my own heart. I'm spiritual for myself. I don't know everything. I don't see ghosts. I don't do any of those rituals or anything. The most I do is light sage and I pray to the universe. And every time I pray to the universe, I receive. Every time I pray to God, for some reason I see darkness. And every time I receive that darkness, I feel suffocated by the darkness that I completely keep receiving. It's the people who you know can help you in life. It's also the people who you know can hold you back in life. But the thing is, why we all suffer so much is because everyone wants to play manipulative, mental, spiteful games and play reverse psychology. If we all were honest and actually nice to each other, no matter what. See, I don't understand the factor of jealousy. Not everyone, most, I'm very insecure sometimes. And I understand that a lot of individuals in the world are very insecure about how they look or what they wear, where they go, or where they should go, what they should wear. And as a person who wants to be a fashion designer all his life, since I was 8 years old, I'm here to revamp or vamp your look. I'm not here to change you. I'm not here to tell you you should be this person or you should be that person. I am the person to tell you, work with what you have. We all are beautiful. We all can create an image for ourselves by working with what we have. Am I for plastic surgery? I don't know. If it helps you, I'm not judging. I might want to do it one day in my life because I had a plastic surgeon remove the tumor off my side. Looking in the mirror, I look completely off. And I'm like, whoa, why does this eyebrow look this way and that one looks that way? So, ouch. It droops. I would love to fix it. Because one, it bothers me. And when I had my stroke, this is the one thing. I don't tell many people about my health problems because, one, I didn't think anyone actually really cared, for starters, but no one actually really does care. The persons who's supposed to care, the persons who I screamed out for help, weren't there for me. And at my last minutes, that's how I felt. At my last minutes, my mother came at my rescue because of all my posts and everything. Her and I do not have a healthy relationship because of other people. Other people keep talking to my mother. Stop talking to my mother. Stop putting things in her head. And when I speak to you, Mom, I would love for you to have your undivided attention. when I'm speaking to you. That's all that matters. I'm not ignorant. I cured my cancer all by myself. Well, I had 30 operations to remove tumors out of my body, and I'm not trying to be a downer about it, but I knew what I had to do. I was giving a gift. And the gift was these tumors, and this gift was knowledge, and this gift was knowing, and this gift was reading the children encyclopedia and learning to understand the human body. And I cured myself. And I cured myself by, I think I already made the video about it. I cured myself. Epsom salt, hemp, hot water, turmeric, self-medicated myself, and it put me in a trance, and I was meditating, and I could not move. But I don't want people to feel like, oh, I'm supposed to, like, would you give you a sponge bath? No, I didn't expect no one to give me a sponge bath, but I expected someone to acknowledge, family, acknowledge that I need a little bit of help. But I had, and I have health insurance. But one thing, I kept on losing was food stamps, because I pushed myself to go to work. And I continue to push myself to go to work within my cancer, within my stitches that I had in me. No one knew. I didn't need to tell anyone. I did not need to tell anyone. Excuse me. I'm sorry if I'm screaming. I'm not sure. I feel very strongly about everything. The thing about me is that I didn't let myself down. I don't care about anyone, to be honest. I didn't let myself down. No matter what problem I was having in my health, I went to work. And there was a few times I could not do tasks at work. So I asked to leave. During that time, I was working within years. From 2007, I got sick. All of a sudden, I got sick in 2007. And I'm on and off. I'm still getting a little like, ooh. And it's 2020. The thing is that I keep having these other dreams about that I can cure myself, which I have. I had a hyperactive stage 4 thyroid cancer. That's what the doctor told me. I was like, whoa. Neurofibromatosis, tumors in my body, and now a thyroid problem. And then after the thyroid problem, my eyesight started to go, and I'm like, what is going on with me? What is really going on with me? Holy moly. Then I had this dream that God indicated, or whatever it is. I had this dream that indicated that I can save myself. And I woke up and I said, how can I do this? And then I looked right at my children's encyclopedia, and I'm like, wow, yes, God, I can. But I don't have this. I don't have money. I didn't have food stamps at that time. I was denied food stamps twice. And like, holy crap. My father's mother will always say, timing. Okay, God, I have been literally fasting. I've been fasting for far too long. I understand what fasting really means and why individuals fast and why individuals meditate. So a lot of my curing myself from my cancer was meditating myself. And I will definitely let you know that drinking, gin, helped a lot by killing infections. So whatever was growing inside of me, some kind of infection or some kind of something, I don't know. But whatever, I had a stroke twice. Whatever was here was causing so much pain and shifted my jaw, and gradually throughout the years I cured it. And I cured it with hemp, Listerine packages, because I took little Listerine packages and I put it on my mouth over here, and I smoked a whole entire vape pen, a hemp, what is it called? King pen, a vapor king pen, hemp, CBD, that kind of stuff, and my face went like, it just felt normal. And I do not like that word normal, because what was normal to me was feeling a little bit like this way internally. and then my face went back, and it's amazing. So, again, I'm a leader, and I lead others, and I help others. I'm not one of those leaders that's to whip you and say, you have to do this, you have to do that, get this done. No. If you want me to whip you, I'm just saying. But I am that person as a leader to work with you. I don't play mind games. I don't play reverse psychology. If you need me, you need me. I need you, I need you. If you speak, I speak. If we communicate, we communicate. That's a business standpoint. In today's world, each individual, each one of you can do everything you want to today by yourself. You do not need anyone. You don't need anyone. Back then in the day, you did. And I think that's one of the reasons why my family's like, ah! They don't do that, but that's how I see them in my vision. They could have helped me. They chose not to. But now that I can actually, and that I am helping myself, because I am helping myself, and I will ruin myself no matter what, because I am who I am. It's not ruining myself. I am who I am. And the person who I am has a lot to do with how I raised myself. That's one. And how I was raised. Let that sink in. If I was raised by a whole bunch of individuals who are mentally manipulative, play reverse psychology, spiteful games, and try to play stunting games with me, like 10 of them in one room, what do you expect me to learn? And I also took child psychology. Whoa! That was an opener. I don't know. I'm not trying to live my life for the rest of my dying days, because to live is to die. So I'm not trying to be living my rest of my dying days in this chaotic Illuminati family who wants to play manipulative, stunty, mental mind games. Y'all need me. You can't do what I do. That's the sad part. But if we can work together like a family, like, you know, there used to be Family Matters. What happened to Family Matters? What happened to Seven Heaven? What happened to, what is it, Family Matters, Seven Heaven? Because anybody say another one? I'm not sure what the other shows were. With Leonardo DiCaprio, Family Ties, and Michael J. Fox, another one of those movies, the TV show. What happened to the family value? What happened to honesty? Just because I'm giving such a great, powerful name, that does not mean that I know everything. That God, our Father, your Father, my Father, up in wherever He is, doesn't give me the highest power to know everything. So the thing is, if you have something for me, you come to me. And I've said this before. And I do not want to continue and continue and continue and continue to dream of manipulative lies and people, individuals who are family members holding me back. At the end of the day, I was pushed away, like I said, by family members. So I went and did whatever I had to do. I do not know anything much about any family members, what they do or what y'all do for a living. I don't know if you can help me or not. I know that I went out to help myself. That's all I can say. I'm not a person who's going to use someone. You want something from me? I want something from you. Let's work together. How many times can I say it? You can't be honest, or you can't present yourself. That's the thing. If you can't present yourself, trust me, believe me, I will help you present yourself. I'm a good writer. I went to school for so many things because I wanted to put myself into that. I literally read a lot of things. What I wanted to know, what I wanted to be, who I need it to be as a human being, I read, if that makes sense. To understand human behavior. There you go. I had to think for a second. Hey, Holly. Hope you're having a swell night. I'm ranting on again tonight. So yeah, the thing is that it's so interesting to me that how when you want something, but what is it exactly that you want? If it's money, but what is that money buying you? Money cannot buy you happiness, period. Money can buy you a moment of happiness. But what happens when it's gone? What happens when it's not there? What happens when you have to clean your large house? What happens if you don't even clean your large house? The property value goes down in your house, so joke's on you. So I'm not 100% sure. I gotta take care of a lot of individuals apparently in my family. And I know that because I'm the smartest one. God forsaken, I'm the smartest one. Did I go to college? No. I went to art school. I went to fashion school. I can't even speak. I went to FIT, Fashion Institute of Technology. That's where I went to. And I had to drop out because of finances. And that's okay. I know my wealth and I know my capability and I know what I can do. I pushed myself to, and I taught myself how to sew. I taught myself what to do. I create my own business aspect for my own self because what I learned in business is these individuals, and I read between the lines, they created something out of nothing and they use their names like Mr. Walmart. If any of you know what a Walmart is, it's the place to be. It has everything. Like, seriously, everything. Clothes, food, electronics. What else am I forgetting? Candy. You know. Do they even have, like, pleasurable essentials? Not sure. So maybe not everything. You know. The thing about family and the thing about other individuals, when one person himself or herself is going through something, and the moment, like, look, if I pinch myself, I'm feeling it. You're not feeling it. So understanding the other person, they don't understand you. And it's okay for that person not to understand you. And it's also okay for someone not to understand you because you understand you. And for you to understand yourself, it's the main key in the purpose of life. If you understand yourself, then you know what to do. You don't have to go say, you can always talk to me. I'm here to listen to anyone. You don't have to get I don't want to say this word, but that's the only word I actually know about it. You don't have to try to seek approval to someone for them to understand you. But for you to understand yourself, that's the main key. Others will never understand us personally if we're going through a sickness or a health issue. You know, especially if it's not the common flu. Like, oh yes, I understand common flu. Oh, go drink some soup. Go eat some soup. Drink some tea. But when you have a cancer situation, what do you say? What do you say? You can't say anything. And trust and believe, I read a lot what I can do for myself mentally and physically. Physically, I worked out. Mentally, I told myself I'm not sick. I meditated like, you know, I have a lot of gas. You know, meditating and channeling those energies to break the particles that's up here, which is excess food or food. You know, every time we eat food, it goes up into our head. It goes everywhere. So breaking up the excess food, breaking it down and coming down here, and hopefully you poop it out, or you sweat it out, or it goes away from this area, because this is where everything works. No one will ever understand my struggles, and that's okay. I don't care. I'm writing about it. And that's the most important part about it for me, for myself, that I actually left a legacy. And if I was to die tonight, if I was to die in 2 seconds, know to myself that I actually left something behind. And it's unfortunate to for a person to pass away, then everyone starts listening. That's the other thing. Um, that's what really upsets me. Because I see all my family, I bet your family is the same as mine. Everyone goes to the funeral, but what happens when a person is alive? You show respect of life. Then you're gonna go to the person's funeral. You haven't seen them. You're respecting the dead. Okay. How about respecting that person's life? When that person was here, dead already on earth. But when the person is actually dead, going to life, going to paradise, or whatever journey that person goes through, I don't know. But I believe this is not the way of life. Especially because there are other countries who are like way above us, and we're like in the United States of America, we're like number 10. This is New York. But that has to do with all of us. That has to do with each and every one of us, and that has to do with recycling. That's one. That's one of the major problems that we have on this planet: recycling and garbage, and then we have manipulation. This system is remarkable, and it is... Blech, it's disgusting. I did not have dreams last night, and I didn't have the dreams the other night. I'm so happy I did not, because I like my sleep. I do not like to be awakened by certain individuals preying onto me and trying to get my attention. Just give me a text. Everyone can speak. My family sees everything. So what? You're jealous? I've spoken to my mother so many times. Of course I'm going to help you and my sister. Where are you guys? All I asked was acknowledgement. I didn't ask for money. I didn't ask for anything. My last days, I don't want negativity. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to not have a mother. I do not want to not have a sister in my life. I don't want not to have a lover. I don't want all that negativity the day I am going to paradise. I am going to paradise. Father is waiting for me. But he continues to give me abundance of dreams to stay alive, and what I should do, and what other individuals are doing. So apparently I'm crazy and I need therapy. And my mother tells me that I need therapy. We need therapy. Should we go see a therapist? For what? All you have to do is be honest, mother. Mother. You can't even be honest. I'm speaking to you about truthful things. You're the one who told me I scared your friends. So I am right. My dreams were indications of actual facts. But you continue to try to stop me, and you continue to try to tell me that there's something wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. You see, my family thinks I need church. I do not like church. I do not like what the pastor teaches or preaches. The thing is that I forgot exactly what I was about to say. Oh, darn it, I lost my train of thought. So, I don't need therapy. I don't need a therapist to go tell me and to tell my mother, Mom, why aren't you helping your son? I don't need the therapist to tell me that your mother's holding you back in life. I don't need the therapist to tell me you're an amazing person. I know I am an amazing person. One of my therapists told me, says, Ganesh, why do you talk to so many individuals with different personalities? And I said to him, why not? They're just people. He's the one who told me that everyone has many insecurities. Insecurities, he didn't say exactly those words. He says insecurities is like one of the number top, he didn't say the word problem either, but insecurities. Why do I do that? I don't know. Why did my grandmother, father's mother, name me Ganesh? Why do I live by my name? Why do I feel so spiritual all the time? I'm such a humble person. And when the demons shake up inside of me, I get really, really, really irritated. And I'm like, what do you want? I do speak to my mother again, like I said. And I do speak to certain individuals about what I want out of life and what I'm trying to accomplish, but they do see my post. They just want to act scornful and ignorant. But nobody wants to look like that. But why are they acting like that? What you do to yourself, you do to yourself. What you think you do to other people by looking like a fool and acting like a fool, you do to yourself. Yes, you probably made me look like a fool by the way your actions are, but at the end of the day, I lashed out because of my dreams. So if you were scared about me and you scared about my post because I lashed out because the power and the abundance and the darkness that was given to me made me write the things that I wrote. Such as, I wish the wind picks you up and tosses you into the bed of rocks for you to lay there all alone. I was talking about a witch. In here. You know, you can live your life all glamorous and pretty and cute and have all your setups and everything. That doesn't mean that life is perfect. That does not mean life is perfect at all. You can create a perfect life all you want with honesty. I just don't understand why individuals are trying to pretend that they care about me. You only care about money. You only care about survival. No one really cares about me. You show it so much. You say it out loud. And that's okay. You don't have to. But to play manipulative mental mind games with me to get something from me and to buy yourself time until, oh yes, yay. Oh yeah, now we're family. Woohoo, yay. Let's lime now. Ooh, see, I spilled my drink. Now I'm pissed. No. That's not going to be me because no one ever changes. And it's been year after year after year after year. I don't need this stress. I do not want this stress. You will not give me this stress. You will be honest. You will speak. You will talk to me like I am a human being. Not talk to me like, oh, blah, 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 and, what are you saying? No. You'll get nowhere in life if you're not honest. You will get nowhere in life if you can't speak. We will get nowhere as human beings if we all continue not to speak and not to be. Stop acting. Stop trying. You see, so many friends of mine, so many individuals have been pushed away out of their life and pushed away out of their family's life. And all of a sudden when their family sees success and they see something in them, they want to crawl up. Be honest about it. It's 2020. There are so many ways for all of us individuals to make money no matter what we do. If I start doing porn, it's because I had a vision about it. I literally had a vision about to do porn. And I'm like, why should I do porn? And I'm like, ew. That's not me. But Kama Sutra, but to teach someone how to love, that's me. Do I know what love is? No, because I do not, and I have not endured love from my family. Do I know what love can be? I do. It's about opening up to someone. It's about being honest and having a conversation. You can be blind and you can talk to another individual and be in love with a person. You could be in love with a person's personality. And love is not sexual. I feel like sometimes individuals, when they think of being gay, they think of sex. Gay does not mean sex. Gay means happy. Someone's happy with themselves. So for another individual who's not gay, or who does not like sleeping with men or females, the word gay is just a word. If you wanna sleep with a man, sleep with a man. If you're a man and you want to sleep with a man, sleep with a man. If you're a woman and you want to sleep with a woman, sleep with a woman. You don't have to say that, oh, I'm gay or whatever. You do not have to put that mentality and that label in your head. So I feel like a lot of times that me being a gay man has held me back in life by certain opportunities, because I'm very open. I'm not gonna hide the person who I am. I'm not gonna pretend and lie to the world by lying to myself to say I am this person and I'm not that person. I'm gonna be honest and be truthful to the person that I am. And yes, the certain individuals in that I dream of, you do not have to help me. You do not have to help me, Uncle Robert, Mother. You don't have to. But why am I dreaming about it? Oh, it's because probably, and I don't want to say this because I do not want to give my mother's spiritual healer credit for anything, because I dreamt so many things and I've been creating my art way before I dreamt of this, that I have been dreaming of all these um, encounters of dreams and having these visions. My uncle does not have to help me. You don't have to help me, Uncle Robert. I didn't ask you. Do I have to come up and eat your ass and ask you? Oh, help me do this? I don't know what you do. I don't know who you know. Do you know what I do? Nope. No one in my family knows what I do for a living, how I work. And I'm going to let you know, I'm going to leave you with this because I'm just talking too much. My mother wants to say once, oh, he can't even hold a job. That was a couple of years ago. More than 3 years ago. So by you saying those things, I know what you're saying, Mother. And I've spoken to individuals about the same thing. Minimum wage right now is $15 an hour. When I first started working, I believe it was in 2000 and holy moly, 2006 maybe. My first job, I was 15 years old. I told the manager I was going to be 16 soon. I was going to be 16 in a whole entire year. So I was working at 15 years old. What was I trying to get at? Whatever. That job was not giving me what I wanted. That was my first job. I was not going to stay for that. I was not going to stay at that job for 20 years. It wasn't giving me what I wanted. I know what I want out of life. So I left that job, went to another job. That lady ended up letting me go because of something happened at the store. Nothing happened with me. I was giving a task to be a sole cashier and someone came in the store and stole something, and apparently I feel like that lady did it on purpose, but all of a sudden she left and someone came in to the store. But whatever. That job wasn't giving me what I really wanted also. So I ended up working at another job that a friend of mine in the town I lived in, thank you so much, Shauna. Thank you so much. I have so much love for you for helping me get a job. And I thank your grandmother, Kathy, for helping me get a job. Thank you so much for hiring me. And I worked there. Unfortunately, and fortunately, that job was not giving me what I wanted for my future or what my next step was going to be. So I moved on to a clothing store, which was my next step and where I wanted to be in the future and that moment of time. So that's the reasons why I moved from one job to another, to another, to another, to another. Is if this job is not giving me what I want, I moved on to the next. So fortunately, I was able to go back to that store. Thank you, Grandma Kathy, for hiring me again, because something happened to one of my jobs, because of spiteful individuals And that's okay. I always get in trouble, and I always been let go because of everyone just hating me because I have no clue. I don't know why y'all hate me. Um, so yeah, if one job is not giving you what you want, you go to the next. Continue and continue. Go to the next. Personally, the reason why I kept on moving away from one job to the next job is because they weren't paying me what I deserved. Now, I wasn't asking for $1 million an hour, but I really was asking for $1 million an hour. And I wanted to make more money and have more time. So, if the individuals like my mother, you're a financial expert, so why don't you do the math from the timing I was working from today, 2020, from we went through a little what you call depression and Sandy and all this stuff went happening and everything starts to close. So if you want to talk about, oh, he can't even hold a job, the reason why I didn't hold that job also was a reason because it was seasonal. And if that job is not giving me what I want, I moved on to the next. And if there was an individual at that job who was trying to hold me back and put me down, and this individual stole money from the register and tried to blame me, nobody messes with Ricky. Nobody messes with me because I'm not thief. I didn't steal out of the register. And I didn't lose my job because of that also. I lost certain jobs because I got sick and I could not maintain the job any longer. And I was one of the only ones who worked the hardest. And they all know it too, my retail family. I worked the hardest of all of them. And yet they didn't know that I was going through a cancer situation. And yet they didn't know that that I had stitches. Nobody knows. Nobody cared. My family didn't care. Okay. Every man for themselves. I had to go to work and get my coin. Every penny. And I picked up pennies off the streets. So, hold on, I got a message. So, anytime you're ready, and if you live near me, make sure you throw your pennies and your 5 cents and your 10 cents on the street, because I will walk by, because I walk everywhere I go, and I will pick it up. That's how I stay rich. Because y'all don't want your money. Y'all throw your money on the floor. I was able to save enough money once, and I'm like, whoa, how did I save up at least $60? I think it was like in the course of like a year and a half, by picking up change on the street. Literally pennies, 10 cents, and 5 cents. I'm like, whoa. I could have been 2 years. But I think it was like $60. This is why, because I walked everywhere, because I was babysitting kids, and everywhere we went, I saw pennies, 5 cents, and 10 cents on the floor. And the other day I found a penny on the floor and I picked it up. I'm a penny richer. What? And no, I'm not giving anyone any. Holly, I have so much love for you. Thank you so much. What time is it? It's almost 11 o'clock. It's 10:52 on that clock, and it's 10:49 on that clock, and it's 10:49 on that clock. Where does the time go? I love talking. Thank you for listening to me. It helps me express myself. It helps me breathe. It helps me vent, and it helps me help others, and it helps me hopefully open an eye in my family. I just can't stand it. You know, family will help strangers, and strangers will help strangers. So I don't help my family because I help strangers, because strangers help me. And those strangers become family. And family who I share blood with. You can say whatever you want to say for yourself. But hopefully you all have a good night, and I don't know what else I want to say. I felt like I said a lot in this one video. I literally could have made a bunch more. Excuse me, the gas. I'm literally drinking rum and water. Why am I having these gas problems? But seriously, I'm going to post this video on my YouTube. I do not promote my YouTube, but I am going to. So I'm trying to get that golden nugget also. You know what I mean? So I don't know what else to do to get that golden nugget. How about I prank myself? Boo! Ah! I just pranked myself and I scared myself. Have a good night. Thank you and bless you all. I hope the universe. No, not I hope. The universe blesses you with abundance of happiness. Have a good night.